Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nina Bakoyiannis, and I'm here with Downstate New York ADAPT. While Intro 0175 is well-intentioned, it is deeply flawed. We agree that our home care workers deserve better, but this bill is not the solution. Firstly, there are many logistical issues with this bill. Medicaid is a state and federal system. Even if this bill passes, the state will continue to assign disabled people live-in care. This bill doesn't take that away from us. So agencies will either refuse to take on our cases when this passes or get fined for doing so. And we have to keep in mind that managed care organizations are incentivized to assign live-in cases instead of split 12-hour shifts because they only pay our workers for 13 hours of work for live-in care, which is absolutely disgusting, yet this bill does nothing to address the root of this problem. It will only force disabled folks that are assigned live-in care to not receive services and be at imminent risk of getting institutionalized. Additionally, in the consumer-directed model of home care, disabled people are joint employers who hire, fire, and schedule our home care attendants. If this bill passes, is the City Council really prepared to argue that a disabled person who is already low income because we're on Medicaid should get fined along with our FI? And let me ask you this, do you plan on fining all of your rich donors with live-in nannies, or is it just low-income disabled folks that you're ready to throw under the bus? The outpouring of support for this bill demonstrates just how little our City Council understands Medicaid policy, and that's disturbing. Secondly, the rhetoric around this bill is problematic. Discussing our most intimate care needs as inhumane sweatshop work frames us as the problem and minimizes the highly skilled workforce that is our home care attendants. Both disabled folks and our home care workers are just trying to survive. Pitting two marginalized groups against each other is never the solution. It allows the real perpetrators of harm to run scot-free while we're all sitting here in this room pointing fingers at each other. Thirdly, do not be fooled that this bill will help our home care attendants. These women are already struggling to pay the bills. Is taking away their right to choose overtime with no resolution, no wage increase, and no other opportunity really helping? Is forcing them to get an additional evening job to make up for the hours of pay y'all took away from them really helping? If this City Council really respected women and wanted to uplift them, they would be getting at the root of predatory capitalist systems that leave so many women of color low income. They would be creating more opportunities for women in order to give them real choice about when and where they want to work, so they don't feel forced to do 24-hour care if they don't want to. They would be fighting to raise wages and for people who work 24-hour shifts to get the full pay. And I'm sorry, but where were all of you when your disabled constituents were up in Albany getting arrested while protesting to raise wages for home care workers? Do not act like you're coming to our rescue now. We've been at this fight. And Councilman Marte, I know this bill comes from a very personal place. I understand that you spoke publicly about how your mother is a home care worker, and I understand that, but I want to remind everyone still supporting this bill that we need legislation not based on emotions and optics. We need it based on a clear and astute understanding of Medicaid policy that is rooted in deep respect for disabled people and our workers. This bill is a hollow attempt to appear invested in workers' rights while instead patronizing them for choose to work overtime and limiting our access to care during a national home care shortage. There are many smart ways to move forward, and this ain't it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Shh.